Hey, it's Korinn, 365 Days of Open Heart Living, Day 63, Gettin Sweary. So yesterday I dropped some F-bombs and I had a bit of a potty mouth. And so I wanted to talk about swearing because I was definitely coming down from being in the heat of the moment. Swearing typically has emotion behind it that pushes us. And swearing is an expression, right? Yeah, it is a amped up level of expression because if you think about it, most people probably don't swear in their day-to-day normal conversation. Usually it takes something to like press upon you to trigger potty mouth and then the words can fly and there's emotion behind them. So swearing is definitely an energetic exchange because the four areas of our being an energetic self are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So the physical of swearing is that it is something stated in the physical world. It comes from the mind, not necessarily the heart, but there's definitely emotion in it. Like that is pretty much why we swear, because there's emotional tension built within us that needs a release. But we need to be thoughtful and constructive with how we use swearing to release, because there can be a spiritual detriment that happens by swearing, by using the energy of swearing. And what I mean by that is that, yeah, swearing can be a release for you and an expression for you, but swearing can also wound another person. Not by hearing those words, I don't think, but by them being directed and targeted at the person that you are swearing at or to, if it is in heated exchange with them. That can wound. We never want to wound anybody by our actions, but we're human, right? It happens. We are human in that we have tensions that build up and cause us to get sweary. And we are human in that we have things that we do that are mistakes that we need to rectify, to apologize for. When you get sweary and it's directed at calling somebody a bad name or having an exchange of words with them that gets to that level where you're cussing and it just, the energy of that and the exchange is, it's a thick, heavy vibration. There's not a lot of movement in it because it shuts us down. When we swear in exchange in the heat of a moment, it causes us to actually close our hearts and be shut down. Well, let's be real, we're already in the state of having our hearts shut down if we're in argument swearing. But having your heart closed, it prevents you from receiving the truth and the point and the feeling behind what the other person is trying to communicate. When language gets at the level of it being an exchange of swearing and negativity, then there's this bubble that's created between the two of you that it needs to dissipate before you can actually like come back together and be able to see each other's point, be open to hearing what the other is saying from their heart, not from their mind and their sweariness, or from you and your mind and your stuckness of being like, you're being a swear word. Yeah, but coming back to, so that's how you don't want to spiritually wound another person, is by attacking them with your swearing. But I feel like if I come back to swearing as expression, that feels more spiritually acceptable, maybe? I mean, this is going to be your personal opinion. Like, I'm just kind of sharing thoughts and whatnot. I don't know everything, and I'm definitely not perfect, and I have my own flaws. So just exploring this topic of getting sweary. But if you look at swearing as expression, gosh, sometimes doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to swear? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it can, because that tension that builds in us, we can just be like, shit, fuck, damn it, you know, whatever swear word comes through us, you know, you smash your finger with a hammer and a cuss word comes out. That is almost kind of like the energy flowing, because you banged your thumb with the hammer. That caused physical pain, and from your mouth is the expression of that physical pain. Fucking damn it. So it's like this flow. Like sometimes maybe it can be constructive to get into a sweary expressive state, because that pain that we're feeling inside, that the uneasiness, the unsettledness, the frustration, the anger, whatever that intensified emotion is that you're feeling inside, swearing can be a release where you just kind of blow your fire and your heat out from your inner being, you know, from your inner angst, and let yourself come down a notch maybe. And potentially that can be constructive, because it's not directed at wounding somebody else or in like attacking anybody's character or attacking who they are or what they did, or, you know, nobody's perfect, okay? But it can be a source of self-expression. So we are not always, obviously, roses and buttercups. Sometimes our inner swearing sailor comes out. But I like to also think about a book. It's called The 4 Agreements, I do believe. And one of the agreements is be impeccable with your word. So I feel like with anything that we are and we do, just be mindful. It's good to just be mindful. So when we use our words in ways that have a vibration that we don't want to like keep holding steady, then we need to pay attention to how we're talking. We need to maybe shift or adjust, or it could also be a mental mind frame too, of that, how we think of a certain part of our life of living, and that maybe when we have the negative swears mixed in with how we think about like our day, like I fucking hate Mondays, or what, you know, whatever it might be, whatever the languages that we say that brings in that intensity, that might detract from us. And so being mindful and thoughtful in those situations and scenarios, to think twice on using such negative, highly emotionally intensified energy in the word that we're saying, because that is like a pattern repeating. That's like a record skipping. And then every time we have that thought, I fucking hate Mondays or whatever it is, then that's like negative energy built into our pattern. And we don't need that. We want to clear our energy. We want open flow. We want to love Mondays, right? We want every day to be like, yeah, it's fine. It's Monday. That's fine. You know? Or yay, it's Monday. Oh shit. Okay. There's just somebody walking. So we're going to pause a minute. I think my dog is swearing. Okay, and one more thing that just came up for me is how mindless we can be in our potty mouths, because oftentimes we don't think about swearing, it just comes out, right? Like that just happened with my dog. He's mad, he's swearing at the person walking, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, I didn't think about saying that. And I'm going to comment just real briefly on a shift in myself that my daughter has pointed out to me many, many times over and over. And then we're going to do some meditation and just center. So my daughter points out to me, like, every time I swear, Mom, you don't need to talk like that. Mom, quit swearing. And it kind of happens a lot. And I don't do anything to change it, but maybe I should. Maybe even just out of respect for her, that could be some extra effort. That could be a good focus for me to try to stop swearing less around her and just be more mindful with swearing and not mindless in how it just comes out of my mouth. Expression is good. Expression opens flow. So sometimes I need the flow to open, but I need to be mindful to not be using it so lightly that it's just this hanging energy of kind of negativity, right? Okay, enough about swearing. Now, we are just going to do a little bit of meditating and center into the space where that urge to swear can be lulled and stilled. So please go ahead and close your eyes. Take in a few nice, deep, relaxing breaths. Knowing that when we get heated and our mouth heats up and spits fire, it is a good time to mellow out and just sit in yourself to let that heated energy relax and dissipate. Feeling the breath. When getting sweary is something that happens between you and another person, coming to your breath and sitting with yourself is also a wonderful space to pull your energy in that got prickly and to center in yourself so that you can have more stability and clarity to then later return to that conversation or that person with a leveler mind, a more open heart, and a different focus to hear and to resolve instead of perpetuate and create more tension between you. So feeling the breath coming into yourself. Feel the air as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Resting your awareness on the feeling sense, continue to feel your breathing. Feeling that vibrant energy of your body and feeling the energy of your breath, expanding your awareness out from just feeling your breath to feeling your whole self. And now, visualizing the base of your body where you sit, your base energy center, opening up and releasing any low vibrational energies. You might see this or you might feel it. There might be a color to it, a movement. But just with the intention, open the base of your body and allow energy to flow down to the earth. So any low vibrational energy of swearing or whatnot can be released from your energetic field and recycled in the beautiful recycling energy of the earth. And from the openness of your base, there is an energy that shines up towards your heart. See this and feel this. Energy from your base radiating up to your heart center and your chest. Bringing you more balance in your heart. And from there, the energy radiates upward to the throat energy center located at your throat. See this energy moving up from base to heart to throat, or feel it. And from there, there's a bright light that shines through the rest of your body, through your mind and through your crown, bringing awareness and knowing that you are capable of speaking better, and mindfulness to be more of the energy you want to be in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, and in your life. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So that was a really interesting way to end our meditation, because it started to become like a healing, like an effect on your energy in opening up the base, the heart, the throat, the mind, the crown, and just having that energy kind of clear you out, right? From having a potty mouth, or just having an awareness of swearing in life in general. I apologize for my dog. He has been a little bit of a more intense energy this morning. He's yelling at me from outside, and I want to apologize for my swearing too. I will continue to probably swear from time to time. I do not mean for that to be offensive. I'm just being me, okay? And I'm gonna comment on one more thing, but I gotta let my dog in. Okay, so an interesting thing I was also noticing is that I have resistance to like letting go of swearing, and I feel it in my throat. And I think I just have to explore that a little bit more for myself. But what has brought into my mind today is, do you want to be sharp and wound with your words, or do you want to be gentle and heal? And it's an easy choice. It's an easy choice for what we want to do and be, but it's a little bit harder to put it into place. So just be forgiving of yourself. And I will leave you with this analogy that came up for me too. Swearing is like a hailstorm. It might be raining, it might be pitter-pattering on your windows, on your roof, but then when it shifts into being a hailstorm, and this is your language, when it shifts into being a hailstorm of getting sweary, then that is when damage can be made. You can ding other people, you can damage yourself, you can damage, relationships, you can damage people. You can create wounds that need repair. But in a hailstorm, it doesn't always have a damaging effect. It's loud, it's more intense, it has this like ricocheting energy off of your windows and your roof, and the intensity is up. It doesn't always damage, but sometimes it can. So just open your heart to living your heart, and more awareness of the language that you use. And be expressively you also, and using the language to heal. Thank you for being here, and keep living your heart.